In an interview I read, and that you gave recently, you said that you pivoted V0's UX twice before shipping, and then twice after. That's so essentially four fundamental rethinks on how people interact with AI-generated code. What was the most painful pivot?
I think none of these pivots were painful, because there is like in traditional startup world, you have these pivots where like you're like few months in, you're like, damn, this is not working. We don't have product market fit. We need to do something else, right? If we never pivoted V0 in that sense. We like in the very, very early days, everyone together was discovering what the right modality is, and like and I think we're actually more convinced now than even when we shipped, that actually conversational interaction is the way to go, right? I think initially people felt like a little bit dirty about it. Like, is it really just a chatbot with a bit of UI, right? And the answer is yes, right? So like you had to come to terms with that's the right modality. The other thing that there was just, but the real pivots came from the technical capabilities of the frontier models advancing, right? So before Sonnet 3.5, you couldn't really use these systems to make full stack apps. But then suddenly you could, right? And obviously that makes a huge difference. Like before that, it was essentially a very limited tool that you could use for prototyping or for making like specific React components, right? But like once you wanted to do something real, you had to kind of move off and go back to some traditional software engineering methods, right? And now it could connect to Postgres and I don't know, just cron jobs, whatever, right? Like all these things that you need in a full application became possible. And so you had to pivot the product because suddenly you could just do more, right? And so this is actually a very positive development. And we've been just recently seeing this again with Opus 4.5, where you have a similar magnitude step change of things that are possible now.